Good morning. You haven't seen my face for a long time, but I'm back. I'm back differently. Still on bikes, still racing bikes. This is what this whole channel was ever set up to do. But this time it is a fair bit different. What happened when I last raced, everything was insane. The progression was nuts. We were just flowing so well. Unfortunately, life happened and I couldn't continue racing, so everything just stopped and it just disappeared. But we're going again. I'm doing it solo. Everything that I'm doing, all my money's put into this. I've got really good support from actually a company that is sat on my head, a company very close to me, that close that I work for them. I sell these bikes and I have set myself a new challenge, and it is a big one. I set out this channel for Enduro. Now Enduro is still what I'm doing, I'm just doing it slightly differently. I don't know if you're aware, but Ducati have a bike called the Desert X. It is a 937cc adventure bike that has been set up to compete almost. It competes in the same category as your Tenere. But what I'm going to be doing on it is racing against the lads that I raced with when I raced a 250. So I've contacted Edge Off-Road, the awesome guys at Edge Off-Road, and they have said that I can race in their events on this bike. Today is the first one. It is at Staunton Quarry. It's a cross-country event, so I am fucking pumped. So pumped. Big bit of information that's going with this though is this is an adventure bike that I'm riding, and I want to show just how good of an adventure bike it is. This isn't to try and sell bikes, because I do sell Ducatis. Ducati Preston, by the way, if any of you want a Ducati Preston, hit me up. Basically, I wanted to show that this bike is so capable on the road, but also insanely capable off-road. So what I'm doing is I'm riding to every race I go to. I'm racing the race and then I'm riding home. This could be the stupidest thing I've thought of, because today I've got a 2.5 hour ride on the motorway, a 2 hour race, and then of course the 2.5 hours back. So it could be all over the place, go really wrong. The tyre selection the tyre could just disappear because I'm riding on the tyres that I'm riding to the race with, because this is trial and error. I'm not put anything on the bike to alter it. The bike is completely standard. It is a Desert X Rally, and you will see it soon. The bike is awesome. So excited. So it is currently 7:10 and I need to leave this house in 20 minutes. So I'm gonna quickly put some food in my body, get changed properly into my road bike gear, get on the bike, ride to Staunton Quarry, and I will catch up with you then. So we've made it to Staunton Quarry. The bike on the road was interesting because I've got new tyres, but we made it and I'm all set up, and it's just a case of getting the race done now. Have a look at this though. Unreal. So 2 hours of racing on this now, which is going to be definitely interesting. Trial and error game, so we're just going to see what we can do and have some fun. I'll stick you to the GoPro. Right. Good luck.
go. Thank you so much.
Have fun today, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Sorry, mate.
Your cambers are killing you, aren't they?
Huh?
Off cambers are killing you.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking hell. Are you going to go back down?
Yeah. Thank you. Snapped the lever, hey? Lost the handguard. Yeah.
That's just...
Can't pick this up on a hill.
Hey?
I can't pick it up on a hill. Like, at all.
Can you get around the tree? Drop down. There's no way you're going to go up here or that.
I'll see you at the van. What a fail.
Unfortunately, it is a DNF for me today. First race on that bike, and it is a proper nasty one. This race, it was such a mud fest, ruts everywhere, and of course being on an adventure bike, and then being on the tyres that I had, I just physically couldn't keep the bike stood up, or I couldn't gain any traction anywhere just due to the tyres. But is what it is. Lessons learned. The bike is injured here, there, and everywhere. I've lost a couple of levers. I've lost handguards. I've put a nick in my seat. Is what it is. Shit happens. We move on and roll on to the next one, I guess. Now I've got a ride home, which I'm not too bothered about after that freaking massacre of an event. But no, they're so good here. The Edge guys, everyone. It was really nice to see everybody commenting on the bike, and everyone made such a fuss out of it just because of how cool it was. So yeah, that was nice. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything else to say. Right guys, I am back home. It was about 2.5 hours back from where the race was, and it was an absolute slog to get back, to be honest. We went through like every season coming back on the bike, but the bike did it, which is what this is all about. Bit of a rundown on the race. First off, it was insane to see how many people had a comment about that bike. That was such a nice feeling. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. Everybody was commenting on how good it looked. They were asking what it was. They were saying how good it sounded, because that Termignoni race system that's on it does sound unbelievable. It is an 900cc bike, and it's sat next to 250 4-strokes and 2-strokes. So the sound is very, very different and unique, 100%. But rundown of the race, I didn't finish. Unfortunately, that comes down to a multitude of things. One of them being performance. Second, the tyre capability. I physically could not gain traction anywhere, but the 250, the Enduro bikes were really struggling on the hills as well. It was an absolute mud fest. And on a 210 kilo bike in that sort of going was really difficult. I come off so many times just due to being hesitant, but that comes down to not enough seat time. So that's something I can work on. And it was mad. Yeah, it was so good to be back on the bike, back racing, and this is a completely different bike than what I originally raced. So that's a big difference. It's 100 kilos, it's double the weight more, and 3 times the power. But I couldn't even get out of second gear because it was that muddy. Didn't have enough confidence to use the weight of the bike just to keep going. I was really hesitant to dropping the bike, but I dropped the bike loads. I'm down 2 levers and a handguard, and I've ripped a seat, and I've caught my knee on one of the falls that I had, which feels really sketchy, to be honest. But that's racing. That's what I got myself into, and that's what I love. But yeah, I've got no negatives to take from that race apart from that I didn't finish. But it's massively trial and error with this. The tyres would have been very, very good if it wasn't the terrain that it was. If it wasn't as muddy as it was and slick, because it was like ice. It was so greasy. But I'm sure you saw on the GoPro how many times I come off, how slow I must have looked. But hey, that's what it is, and that's what this is all about. And I'm already well excited for the next race. It hasn't knocked my confidence. It hasn't dropped anything. If anything, it's made me more motivated, because now I just want to finish one. The bike performed unbelievably well. I think it comes down to me not being confident enough in the ruts. I was staring at everything. I was questioning every hill, and I knew I wasn't giving in everything because I was hesitant. But is it expected? Possibly. Look, it was nice to hear everybody saying, "Can't believe you're doing this on that. I take my hat off to you for doing that." The amount of compliments the bike got was exactly what I wanted, because it did look insane. It sounds unbelievable. Almost every person that I spoke to had something to say about it, and they were all positive. The only one was saying, "You'll do well to get round there," and I didn't. That's one of them. Hopefully the next race is a bit drier and not as slick, and I can finish the race and do that bike some justice, because I definitely didn't do that today. But what an unbelievable bike. What a lovely experience it was to be back. Can't thank Ducati Preston enough, part of the Ducati Manchester group. I can't thank them enough for everything they've done, from all the work that they've done on the bike, prepping it ready for it to be raced today. Even just supplying me the bike. Of course, I'm paying for it. Service at that place is unreal. Of course, I work there, so I might be biased, but it is very, very good. So if you do like Desert X, or are thinking about getting a Desert X, give me a ring, and I am more than happy to help, and hopefully get you on one, and maybe we could be racing together in these cross-country events sometime soon. Yeah, it's nice to be back in front of the camera. Let's just see what the future holds. All right, guys, it's been so freaking good to be back on the back in front of the camera. I guess, no, as always, it's been a long time since I've been back in front of a camera, but as every YouTuber says, like, subscribe, and get excited for the next one. All right, guys, peace.